Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius September 14, 2024. The day shapes up to give you a pleasant sense of a mission, but early today, it can be hard to feel satisfied with the status quo. A part of you can be very restless and hungry to experience something different, but you could be without a plan or definite direction. You could also be tied to obligations or service to others. Guilt could be holding you back from doing your own thing. You might also be feeling a little insecure or unsure of yourself now. It's important to be extra sensitive when exchanging opinions, as a debate can become much more right now. For best results, be discreet. You may not have all the information necessary to solve a problem. As the day advances, you can have a strong desire to do something productive on the home front or with family. You are in the mood to make something happen or solve problems to feel ahead of the game. Buckle up for bursting bubbles of beauty as they swirl in the skies today. You're set to experience some brilliant cosmic energy. This is because our great luminary, the Sun, will dance and link in a square to mighty Jupiter, our great benefic of miracles and joy. This energy creeps in and will fill you with joy and laughter. Capitalize on this glorious energy by making plans with your one and only for something extravagant, indulgent, and wild. You are the royalty of living boldly and passionately when it comes to all matters of the heart. Embrace this vibration to manifest the greatest love story of your fantasies, hopes, and dreams. Just don't spend too much money if you can't. You may feel overwhelmed by the future today. Thinking about where your professional journey may lead is a lot to consider, as the Sun in Virgo squares Jupiter in Gemini. Several unknowns may cross your mind. Could you move or travel for work? Is it time to go back to school? Should you pick a new path? While the options are endless, it is also a lot to think about. You may struggle to see a clear pathway, because of how stressful it is to go through each option. Do not rush your next steps in your professional journey. Having a walk on the wild side? If you are, it's probably got something to do with the minor revolution happening in the skies. The planetary alignment makes you a willing participant. Watch as your pleasure principle meets your conscience. It can be a call test to see if you know where your boundaries are, and if you can prevent them from being trespassed. Your healthy habits should be able to survive the unpredictable. Take notice of how your diet and exercise are affected this week. You are alone before the contradictions inside of you, and it is in solitary that you will have to confront the days to come. It's true that the current vibrations are speaking of new contacts and professional success, but you will feel an increasingly strong desire to share these successes with someone you care about. Follow your own path, and don't imitate or envy anyone. Look for what corresponds the most to your temperament, be more involved, and you will rapidly harvest the fruits of your labor. Before leaving your communication sector today, the moon will, as it does with each monthly visit, spend its final hours positively influencing both planets in your relationship sector. Just days after Mercury, the planet of communication, did the same thing. This brief and regular monthly encounter offers a chance to build on or take advantage of what has already been invested in improving your relationships and addressing past issues. Meanwhile, with this professional year gaining momentum, be sure to pay attention to any reminders about maintaining a healthy work and life balance today. While Mercury, the planet of communication, is still 2 weeks away from his return to Libra, with the moon spending its final hours in your communication sector at a friendly aspect to both planets in your relationship sector, this is enough to keep you going until then. With the moon involved, you will find it easier to give your emotional responses, relationships, the past, and unsaid words a voice. Our eyes in the sky. You might find that today brings an uplifting sense of confidence, especially when you think about your future. Have you ever had one of those days where everything just seems to fall into place, where you feel as though all the little pieces you've been gathering suddenly make sense? Today's energy feels a lot like that. It's as if the universe is giving you a green light, encouraging you to trust the knowledge and insights you've collected over time. You're ready to take those next steps and move forward with purpose. But here's something worth noting. While you're brimming with ideas and creativity, you may also feel a bit overwhelmed by how to translate all that inspiration into action. It's like having a dozen tabs open in your brain, each one filled with possibilities, but you're unsure where to start. Have you ever felt paralyzed by too many options? That's the energy you might be navigating today, what some call paralysis by analysis. It's completely natural to want everything to be perfect before you dive in, but remember, there's no need to rush. Give yourself permission to slow down, take a deep breath, and really think about what's most important to you. What feels most aligned with your goals? What step excites you the most? Pause, reflect, and strategize before you leap. You don't have to have all the answers today, and that's okay. The key is to trust that everything is falling into place, even if it feels a little uncertain at the moment. When it comes to relationships, today's cosmic energy may stir up some impulsiveness. This could lead to spur-of-the-moment decisions, especially in matters of the heart. Have you ever acted on a whim in your relationships, only to wish you had thought it through a bit more? We've all been there. Maybe you sent a message in the heat of emotion or jumped to a conclusion that caused unnecessary tension. Today, try to be a bit more mindful of your words and actions, especially with the people who mean the most to you. A little patience can make all the difference in avoiding misunderstandings. Think about the last time you had a meaningful conversation with someone close to you, whether it was a heart-to-heart with a partner, a deep talk with a friend, or even an insightful chat with a mentor. Do you remember how good it felt afterward, like a weight had been lifted? That's the kind of energy you can tap into today. If there's something on your heart, a message you've been wanting to share, today might be the perfect time to speak up. The connection you create could leave you feeling both grounded and inspired. On a more practical note, you may notice a temptation to splurge on things you don't really need. Whether it's that extra item in your online shopping cart or indulging in some comfort food, today's energy might make it easy to get caught up in the moment. Have you ever treated yourself to something, only to later wonder, why did I buy that? We've all had those moments of impulsive spending. Today, it's all about balance. Ask yourself, is this really going to bring me joy, or am I just filling a temporary desire? True abundance isn't about accumulating more, it's about finding contentment with what you already have. So, if you do decide to treat yourself, make sure it's something that genuinely enriches your life. When it comes to your finances, there's a peaceful calm about the way you're handling things today. While others around you may be feeling stressed about money, you're approaching it with a clear mind and a calm heart. This level-headedness allows you to act when the timing is right. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to make the right moves when everyone else is panicking? That could be you today, finding the courage to make smart financial decisions while others are scrambling. But here's a gentle reminder, don't let overconfidence lead you down a risky path. Have you ever pushed your luck just a little too far, only to regret it later? It's important to stay grounded and not let pride steer your decisions. Yes, confidence is key, but so is caution. There's a fine line between being courageous and being reckless. So, if you're considering making a financial move, whether it's an investment or even a small splurge, trust your instincts but stay balanced. If something feels a little off, trust that feeling. There's no rush. With the right approach, you'll find that things fall into place exactly as they should.